Good morning, pre-market video. So many plays. Just absolutely amazing market. As I posted in late June, the first 2 weeks of July are statistically some of the best days of the year, which surprised a lot of people, but this is why we study the past. This is what data is all about. I'll start with LGVN because I think it's the most interesting since it spiked from the 2s all the way up to the 7s. And this is at, 7:30 in the morning. And this is 8:40 in the morning. You have 1 hour pre-market to basically triple your money. Many of you guys nailed it. StocksToTrade Breaking News had the alert. And even without the StocksToTrade Breaking News alert, like, you guys should be aware that this is a hot market and you should be focused on these big percent winners. Already pre-market as I'm filming this, VLCN. Little wannabe EV play is spiking. This is how quickly it can spike. It was here in the 620s at 6:53 in the morning, up to 780, okay, by 7:01. This is in 8 minutes. So I know some people don't like waking up early. Some of you are West Coast. Some of you are in Asia. You choose, okay? The market is giving us gifts at all hours lately, and it's up to you to try to capitalize, or you could ignore it. You can miss out. It's up to you entirely. I'm bringing my laptop to dinner every single night here in Italy, and I'm filming this pre-market in the middle of the day, so Europe helps me. But every single night, this was me filming. I was trying to highlight Jack Kellogg making 20 grand from the dinner table, and right as I'm filming, mid-video, listen to this. Oh, VVPR! Sorry, my VVPR is spiking. Oh, baby. Let's go. VVPR, 297. I'm talking about literally live video. So VVPR, I had it in the 240s. StocksToTrade Breaking News, again, a tool that you should use every single day. I'll post a link below. It's crazy to me that some of you still don't get it. But they posted the news that VVPR put out on their own website, but they didn't put out a press release until after hours. So you had a nice inefficiency. Some people are like, oh, you have inside information. No, it's on their website. You just need to look. And this is the beauty of StocksToTrade Breaking News. They're looking for these inefficiencies. So I was buying VVPR in the 240s. Right when I was filming this at dinner, they put out the press release after hours. It was spiking up to the 290s. Like, just listen to this. All right, Jack, what'd you do at dinner today?
Bought some PGY.
Yeah.
With phone lesson here, ZAPP up near 20 now, so a 10x from 2.
Beautiful.
So Peggy up 100%. Not too extended, still has the pre-market high, selling some.
Oh, VVPR! Sorry, my VVPR is spiking. Oh, baby. Let's go. VVPR, 297. I'm talking about literally live video. So I was so pumped. I was like frazzled because I was filming him. I saw it at the corner of my eye because I had a position. And, VVPR turned out to be a nice winner for me. I'm trading a little too much, a little too aggressive yesterday on VRPX and LGVN. That's okay. It's okay to be a little more, conservative. But VVPR, the news was out. The news was freaking out. This is not inside information. This is called preparation. Okay? They unveiled a new truck today. This was 2 days ago. Sorry, I didn't even have time to make a video lesson yesterday. This was the press release on their own website that no one really saw because they're idiots. But they put it on their website, and that's why I bought it. It was uptrending into the close. ZAPP is the big winner of the past few days. It's another wannabe EV play. Really wasn't that hard. I actually traded it too cautiously. I made a nice 4,500, 36%, but I bought it in the 2s and sold it in the 3s. What did VVPR go up to? It's back down to 290, but it went all the way up to the 5s. Okay, what was the high? 560? It's right up here. 550s. Anyways, sometimes the data isn't going to be perfect either. Get used to it. Some people are like, why does the data say this? Why does it say that? No one cares about penny stocks. Do you not understand? Like, I'm pretty much the only person who's not like a scammer to be like, hey, penny stocks are great. So don't complain if there's a mistake. Don't complain at all. Be grateful that no one cares about penny stocks. And at least there's more volume now because my teachings have been popularized. But this was the run up. This was right when I was filming that video. And it was, 4:30 p.m. Eastern was 10:30 at night. So we had just finished dinner here in Italy. Jack had made 20 grand from dinner, but it spiked up, and it spiked up to the mid threes, and I sold some, held some overnight, sold the rest here in the 380s. Jack actually got it here, wasn't in the 240s. Jack was buying it around 3, but he bought it in the 3s, and then, fortunately he bought it at E-Trade, which isn't open early, so he had to wait until 7 a.m., and then it forced him to sell in the 4s. So he made like another, I think, 33 grand. Oh wait, he filmed a video. This was his video, and he's, posting from bed. He made 33 grand from bed. He started his IRA, by the way. Let me just show you this. This is crazy, just to give you an idea of what's possible. I have a longer video that I just filmed with him too.
What's going on, guys? Jack Kellogg here in Positano. Just locked in $33,000 from the bedroom. Bought these stocks at dinner last night after Tim had a great eye on VVPR, buying it in the mid 2s, and now it's almost up to 5, almost 100% overnight. I joined late at $3 and just sold my position $460, and then I also bought SNGX in the low 7s and just sold it here in the mid 9s. 2 absolute bangers. Study hard, work hard, trust Tim Sykes. I will catch you guys on the other side.
Now, you can see a little bit. His net account value is $487,000. He started his IRA with like $10,000. So he's grown his IRA like 48 times in just a few months. It's stupid how much opportunity there is. And mind you, like he was buying Zap in the 1s, selling it in the 3s. It went to 19. Okay? So you say, oh, wow, Tim, good job, but you sold too early. Same thing with Jack. He was long, where was it? 190s. Like here, it wasn't even doing anything. And then it spiked up, and I think he sold right here. Okay? This is Jack, who has made $12.7 million. He's up nearly $1 million this year. He sold in the 3s. He made nearly 50 grand. But like, some people are like, wow, you and Tim, like people say this to Jack. They're like, you and Tim are anomalies. Most people can't do this. Yes, not everyone's going to be a millionaire. But it's not like we're timing these things so perfectly. There's just so much more opportunity than most people realize. I get it. Penny stocks are a scam. Day trading is a scam. Tim Sykes is a scam. I get it all the time. But if you just look at what we're doing and you look at the upside and you open your damn eyes, like it's stupid how much upside there is. And, Jack bought it later. I bought it later. So it's not like we completely missed it, but we underestimated it. And then you can see it, falling too. This is the 7-step framework in action. Okay. Jack has a new newsletter called 7-Figure Cycles. It's all about why the stock market is so hot right now. It works. It freaking works. I think his model portfolio is up like 800% in a few weeks. VVPR, the news was already out. ZAPP is just EV sympathy play. VLCN is a sympathy play. LGVN had some positive news, but huge upside. SOUN had some positive news, and this is a former Supernova, so I'm watching that. I still have to do my pre-market watch list, but I just want you to understand how much upside there is. Because Jack, me, and 40 plus other millionaire students, we're not selling perfectly. We're not trading perfectly. We're just taking a piece of the move, and there's so much opportunity. So props to Jack making 33 grand from bed. I think I made, like 10 grand in the past week, roughly. But this is me and Jack in the pool, and we're hiking, we're eating, we're chilling. We just gave a webinar last night. I hope you challenge students like that. I'm sorry, I was fading. It was like, nearly midnight, but we're trying to trade, we're trying to live, and we're trying to, teach at the same time too. But it's not just Jack. I got to give props to some students. I'm sorry if I don't mention everybody. There's frankly too many of you, but Sabrina, she's a great challenge student. And she says, thanks to StocksToTrade Breaking News and Sykes, couldn't be happier. She nailed VVPR. And this is the cool thing. You don't just have to do like one trade and then be done. She nailed it from the 2s to the 3s, then 2s to the 3s, then 3s to the 5s. And one more for good measure. She nailed VRPX in at 2, out at 303. VRPX is another one that spiked. Like, there's so many plays. If you wonder why I'm overwhelmed, like some people are like, Tim, get it together. Like, there's so many plays, there's so many students, and it doesn't seem that anyone else realizes it. Like, it's crazy to me. I can't even talk. It's crazy to me how many traders there are on Twitter. And like, I see people being like, yeah, it's a slow summer day. And I'm like, what? Are you guys blind? Are you just ignoring these stocks? And the answer is yes, because they're penny stocks. Most people do ignore penny stocks. And so they're just like, oh, it's only the Magnificent Seven that are spiking. The Magnificent Seven are spiking, but penny stocks are spiking far more. And if you have a small account, the Magnificent Seven don't move your account, okay? They're boring. Maybe if you hold 5 years, 10 years, fantastic. But we're talking intraday, intra-hour, these stocks are spiking 100, 200, 500%. It's stupid that so many people don't capitalize. It really is. Like, you might hear me, I'm sounding frustrated. It's stupid that so many of you aren't focusing on this. 4 days in a row, I picked the single biggest percent gainer in the entire stock market. There's tens of thousands of stocks. How am I picking the single biggest winner? KOSS, ZAPP, SNGX, and then VVPR. And I have to apologize, this video had to pick the biggest winner every single day. I recorded it pre-market, but because there were so many plays, I didn't even get a chance to post it. So some people are like, oh, you can't claim SNGX, you didn't know. Yes, I did. I filmed the damn video, I just couldn't post it. That's how behind I am. This was SNGX, and you can see it. I started off the video. It had already run up from the 2s to the 7s when I was filming it pre-market. But let me just show you what SNGX did before they ruined it with the financing. So, you know, understand there's huge upside, but you also have to take profits. You can't trust these stocks. Oh, wow, I didn't even know it was still above 7. But it hit the 14s, okay? This was just hours after again, sorry I didn't post this video, but hours after I recorded this video. 4 days in a row, I nailed KOSS, I nailed ZAPP, I nailed SNGX, and then yesterday I nailed VVPR. Is the pressure on today? Do I have to pick the biggest percent winner? I don't know. You know, I'm just trying to keep up. It's not a perfect science, but you know, I want you to see how much freaking upside there is, how much money there is right now. This is why I love short sellers. Short sellers don't get it. They're just like, look at all this riffraff. These companies don't deserve to go high. Correct. These stocks don't deserve to go up to as high as they go. Why are they going up that much? Because of the short sellers. Because when short sellers exit their positions, they have to buy to cover. No rational person is buying SNGX in the 12s, 13s, 14s. It's short sellers covering. And short sellers aren't wrong fundamentally. Like SNGX did drop 50% off the highs, but they're just so untrained and irresponsible. Those people who teach short selling right now suck. They're just newbies. They're irresponsible. They don't talk about the risks. I hear horror stories every single day of traders blowing up, losing 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000. Trading doesn't have to be that hard if you just put yourself in the right position. Jack is shocked himself because he's here in Italy. He's like, yeah, summers, I've never really had that big of a summer. June and July are quiet because he's a short seller. He was. Now he's going all long, and now he's growing his Roth IRA from 10,000 to nearly 500,000. Like, it's crazy the difference that you can make and the gains that you can make when you have the right strategy and you're in the right place at the right time when the market's on fire. You know, leave a comment below. Say, I am in the right place at the right time, because you are. Whether you're profiting, whether you're selling too soon, whether you're just watching, you're in the right place at the right time. You're listening to a video from a long-only trader who's picking the single biggest percent winner every single day lately. Not just once, not just twice, but probably, like, if you looked at my plays, whether I trade them, whether I comment on them, whether I make a video about them, like, I would say probably out of the last 30 trading days, I'm involved in some way in 20 of the past 30 trading days, the single biggest percent winner. Why is that? Am I lucky? Am I a fraud? Do I have insider information? No. It's strategy. I've always been focused on big percent gainers. Right now it's just extra hot. And I'm loving the fact that so many of you are seeing this. So yes, I'm going to bring my laptop to dinner every single night. I'm sorry to the restaurants here in Italy who think I'm rude. I don't care. Call me rude. Call me whatever name you want. I'm not changing. Okay? Jack Kellogg making 33 grand from bed. Then we're in the pool. Sabrina, great job on VVPR and VRPX. Got to give props to Nick. In on VVPR, in at 3, out at 488 and 520. His account is up 50% today. Okay? It's freaking crazy. And look at that. After selling all but 10 shares, my small account is now up 85%. I can't thank you and your strategies enough. I love it. It doesn't matter if it's a small account. You're learning the process. 85% would be like 4 years or 5 years in the S&P 500, not one day. It's stupid how much better this strategy is for small accounts. Mind you, I'm not talking about, growing big accounts 85%. It's utilizing a small account to your advantage. This is why I teach. This is why I'm so pumped up. Most people look down on having a small account. They're like, oh, I can't wait to trade with a big account. Enjoy your small account. Grow it. Capitalize on it. It's a huge, huge advantage while you're learning too. It's not just growing it financially. You're growing your education. Robert Riggs, VVPR in at 258 out at 484. Also nailed a pre-market short 570 to 350. There is downside, okay? So I'm not saying never short. I just think it's too risky, and I think it's better if you just focus on the longs like Jack has learned. LGVN, this was, by the way, an XGPT alert. Some of you don't like AI. You're like, what is this XGPT? It's just a tool, okay? StocksToTrade Breaking News is a tool. My lessons are a tool. XGPT is a tool. Come to this battlefield that is trading prepared with the right tools. Or if you come to battle with a butter knife and everyone else is armed and you're not, you'll get annihilated. So you choose. You choose how prepared you want to be. Do you want to use AI? Do you want to be bitter about it? Do you want to use StocksToTrade Breaking News? Do you want to say, no, I don't want to look at the news? Do you want to follow my lessons? It's up to you. I can't force you to do anything. I think you're a moron if you don't utilize these tools in this education. But, there's many morons out there. I can't help everybody. Very proud of Carlos. He's trading using a hotspot on the laptop in the middle of North Africa in Tunisia. And he's nailing VVPR LGVN. Trade wherever you can. Good job, Carlos. Okay? It's not easy to trade from a car. He's laughing. And it's true. He said the laptop, the hotspot didn't always work. So it's not ideal. But if you're in Tunisia, if you're in America, doesn't matter where you are. We're all on the same internet. So props to all of you guys. Also, so many more. I'm running out of time. But Scott, good job on ZAPP, VVPR. EJH bought in the 260s, out in the 3s, still holding some. Gary in at 250, out at 510 for $500. This is what I want you to do. Making 50, 70, 80, 100% gains in a few minutes or hours. This is awesome. John Cam, great guy. 5,000 shares on VVPR, 259, some out at 320, some out at 462. Very similar to me, but he made 7,500. He made more than me. And this is what I love. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to pay for the challenge. The challenge is the single best investment that you can make. You can make it all back in one good trade or two good trades. It's stupid, the upside, not to mention the education and the value of it. But many people don't want to invest in their education, and then it holds them back their entire lives. Being uneducated, being unprepared, especially in a hot market, it's a huge, huge, huge mistake, okay? So maybe I can get through to some of you watching this. Maybe send this to somebody who needs getting through to, because it's not like we win all the time. It's not like I'm always going to pick the single biggest winner, but the market is hot right now. I'm hot right now. The strategy is hot right now. This is the time to push it with your education, with your trading. I know it's summertime, so you don't want to push it, but you should, because if you don't, somebody else will. There's a pie of profits. There's a pie of education and knowledge, and you should be grabbing your slice. Leave a comment again below this video. Let's see how many of you even follow this simple instruction. You'd be shocked. I'm shouting at the top of my lungs. I'm trading for a freaking quarter of a century. How many people am I reaching? A few hundred people who actually get it? Blows my mind. But again, I've just sadly learned you can't help the helpless. And that's the majority of people out there. I don't take it personally at this point. I know I've done all I can to help you guys. The Credit Maniac, also 7K profit on VVPR. Trade Runner making 30 cents a share. Toasties making 35 cents a share. CM Johnson making 50 cents a share. TJ Builders making 60, 70 cents a share. That's fine, okay? Whether you sell too early, whether you sell too late, whether you don't even trade it, you're learning, okay? The comment I want you to leave at the bottom is, I am in the right place at the right time. At least recognize that and realize what that means. And, don't just waste it. Don't just be like, oh, let me just go party with my friends. Let me go to the beach. Let me take the day off. Every single day, there's a 50, 100, 200, 500% runner. And this is the time to really push it. Use Stocks to Trade Breaking News. Get in the challenge. Go watch Jack and my's archive webinar. We also introduced 2 new millionaires who are here in Italy with me. I'll do more posts on them coming up. Use Jack's newsletter, use Stocks to Trade Breaking News, use the challenge, use every single tool possible because the upside is enormous. The dollar risk is very low for investing in these tools, but the greatest risk is being unprepared and wasting these opportunities like most people. Do not waste these opportunities. I'm going to go make my watch list. I'll see you guys in chat. Congrats to so many of you. I know there's many more. I can't keep up. I'm sorry. It's a good problem to have. Get in chat. I'll see you there.